What's up, guys? Nathan Sutton back with another video, and today we are talking about what?
We are talking about questions that you can ask to form a deeper connection with your friends.
So me and Sutton, there's something that you should know about us. We like to dive beneath the surface. We like to go deep.
And people like to tell us things. We've had total strangers just telling us deep things about their life that they probably haven't told anyone else.
Yeah, it's actually kind of a problem. We went to the beach this past weekend with Paul Morgan, and we were telling them, we were like, hey, just so you know, me and Sutton tend to have this effect on people where they just like to talk our heads off. And I think it's really awesome because people like to share their life stories with us, and me and Sutton just, I think, are good listeners. But I think there's a reason, and one of the main reasons is the questions that we ask.
Yes, and he has not always been good at asking questions. On our first date, he didn't hardly ask me anything, and I'm telling him, I'm like, the minimum you can do is just say, what about you, whenever I ask him something. So he's come a very long way, and now he's really good at the questions.
Sutton is kind of the queen leader when it comes to this question, and she taught me the way. She did. She showed me the light. And so we're here to share with you guys today just some basic, applicable questions that you can start implementing into your relationships that really are gonna, I believe, take them to the next level and make your conversations much more exciting. It's fun to have deep conversations.
Yes, and my parents always taught me you should always leave a conversation knowing more about them than they know about you.
Shout out at Advice with Dad.
Advice from Dad.
Advice from Dad. All right, guys, so let's get into it. Question number 1. What is one thing that you wouldn't want to share with me? Or wouldn't want me to know about you?
Diving deep on the first question.
Just like, boom!
Can you imagine asking your friend that?
And I really, the best way to go about doing this is actually leading by example. So you might first share something with them that is really hard for you to share with them. And this does a lot.
Yeah, this is an opportunity to get to know them better and also for growth. Like if something, what you have to share could be a conviction. Like if you were telling them. A confession,
even.
Yeah, if you were telling them, I slipped up and I've been watching porn for the past 5 months, then now all of a sudden you have someone to confide in. You may have a new accountability partner. It could lead to some really cool conversations.
Absolutely. And we are called to confess our sins to one another. And if you have a sin, maybe you have some anger towards the person, or maybe you're jealous of them, or whatever it might be, this is just a great way to dive deep, lead by example. And I've done this many times in my life, and it's usually really uncomfortable, but it also usually leads to really deep, meaningful relationships and a very interesting conversation.
Yeah, I feel like all these questions are kind of from the verse of iron sharpens iron. So we're trying to give you some questions to ask your friends to just sharpen each other up.
Absolutely. If you ever have dealt with jealousy, I feel like jealousy is a huge one here, or envy towards someone. I think we probably all have. Confessing that to them and just telling the person, yeah, I'm just jealous of you, or I wish I had this that you have. Just confessing that and getting it out in the light, in the open. There's something very liberating about that. All right, so before we keep going into these questions, we got to take a moment to thank our amazing sponsor for this video, Athletic Greens. And today we are talking about their product, specifically AG1. I have been using this product for about a year now. I was introduced to it from a good friend of mine, and I love it. I I want some more of it. I've been buying it. I've been drinking it.
So when they asked us for the sponsor thing, we were like, it's a no-brainer because he's literally been drinking this for forever.
I was all over it.
Yeah, and what's really cool about this product is that when our boys come downstairs and they see Nathaniel drinking this drink, they are all about it. They're like, make me one. So he has been, and they love it. They love how it tastes.
And I love seeing those nutrients go into my boys' bodies. AG1 is comprehensive daily nutrition made powerfully simple. It's made up of 75 high-quality whole food-sourced ingredients, including vitamins, minerals, superfoods, probiotics, which I really love. Got to get me some more probiotics, and adaptogens, carefully curated to nourish all the body's systems holistically.
AG1 solves two of the most important health needs: the nutrients your body needs each day and the foundation of long-term gut health. Together, they fuel whole body health, impacting everything from sleep, digestions, energy, mood, immunity, to the health of your hair, skin, and nails.
Tastes really good. One thing about me is I am very serious about my daily routines, and one of my intentions for the New Year's is to have a daily routine of getting the necessary vitamins and minerals into my body on a consistent basis to be healthy. And AG1 makes it super easy.
Athletic Greens is going to give our viewers a free 1-year supply of immune-supporting vitamin D3 and K2 and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase. You can go to athleticgreens.com/Nathan Sutton to get started on your order.
All right, guys, let's get back to the video.
The next one is, what has been your most consuming thought lately? So something that's been constantly on their mind. This is a great way to just get to know them in the present. Like, what are they dealing with? What are they thinking about?
Yes.
And you can listen for ways that you can help them through it.
I love this one because what I have found in most conversations, people are always talking about like things that they've gone through or things that are about to happen. It's like consumed by the past or the future. But what rarely people talk about is the present. What are they dealing with right now? What's been going on in their lives right now, their minds, their hearts that are consuming them? And that's something that you can really tell a lot about what a person is going through, is what are they thinking about currently?
Yeah, and it could be something good. And if it is something really good that's been consuming their mind, this is your chance to celebrate them. I feel like that's what makes such a great friend, is someone that can celebrate you and your moments that are big for you.
Yes, come on.
Isn't that rare?
So
Sadly.
rare. So rare. When's the last time someone celebrated you? I hope it hasn't been too long because, man, I feel like no one celebrates me.
I do.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do a good job. But, I mean, me and Sutton talk about this a lot. Not that we need to be, like, praised or anything to feel good about ourselves, but I think it is a sign of a strong friendship relationship when you have someone who can just genuinely celebrate with you and your wins, you know?
It also shows that they're strong as a person, because I feel like it's the weak that when you tell them something really exciting about you and they start to flip it around to be about them or thinking about themselves, like, oh, well, that didn't happen for me. You know, you need a good, strong friend that's going to be with you and celebrate you.
Yes, absolutely. All right, number
This is
3.
another awkward one.
Yeah, this one you might have to use a little discernment with, but
I don't think I've ever asked anyone this question. Have you?
I think I have, maybe not these exact words, but I feel like I've definitely had this conversation before. And the question is there something that I do that gets on your nerves? Or maybe like you could phrase it in a different way of like, is there something that I could do to be a better friend, even carry over to marriage, better husband, better wife?
We'll make a whole other video about that.
Yeah, what am I doing that I could do better at? Like I said, this one could hurt a little bit. You know, you might want to be prepared to get a little wounded, but it's for the greater good.
Okay, this question is where the iron sharpens iron really comes into play. So the question is there something that you see me doing that could potentially be hurting my relationship with God? So say that you are a big cusser or something and your friend could tell you, maybe they feel uncomfortable telling you, hey, I wish you would stop cussing. But when you're straight up asking them, what am I doing that could be hurting my relationship, that opens the door for them to be like, well, you know, I have noticed that you cuss a lot. Maybe you could cut back on that, or you drink a lot. Maybe you shouldn't do that, or whatever it is.
Yeah, you might be surprised how many things people are wanting to tell you, but maybe they just don't feel like they have the freedom to tell you, and this one really opens the door for that. So, I mean, who wouldn't want to grow closer to God? And a lot of times people can see something that you can't. So it's really a great way, if you're just genuinely seeking God and growing closer to Him, this is a great question to ask people that are closest to you. Next question, how is your walk with God currently?
Another good present moment answer. And this is a good question because if you meet up with this friend once a month or however often, every time you ask, it could be a new answer. So this is like a good check-in question.
Yeah, and I think I'm starting to see the theme to these questions is present tense. You know?
Mm-hmm.
The present is where the presents are, the gifts. Yeah, so that's just kind of interesting to me. I'm noticing that as I really feel like so much conversation is revolved around future and past tense when I think the golden nuggets are in the present.
Yeah, and it is important to also be present. You know, when you're meeting up with your friends, put your phone away.
Yeah.
Be present and talk about the present.
Yeah, if you're looking at your phone when people are talking to you, you got bigger problems. No, we'll have to make another video about that.
Yeah, there's nothing that makes me feel more unimportant or like you don't care what I'm saying than you looking at your phone.
And it's one thing. I mean, you know, sometimes things come up, someone calls you, immediate text needs to be answered, whatever.
Yeah.
But, you know,
consistently.
yeah, if you're consistently looking at your phone when someone's talking to you, then that's an issue. And also, I invite you, if you have a close friend that looks at their phone a lot when you're talking to them, I encourage you to bring that up, you know? Because I don't know who that doesn't bother.
Yeah. I guess the people that do it. All right, the next one is, in what area of your life would you say you could use the most growth in? And which area of life do you feel like you are excelling in? So this is a chance for them to bring themselves down and then build themselves up.
Mm-hmm.
And if they're excelling in something that maybe you want to be better at, they could help you. Or if they need growth in an area that you're good at, you could help them.
And the last one is, there's something that I can pray for you.
No.
No. Is there something I can...
You got to look up this.
Is there something
You
I
gotta
can
look
do?
up.
I'm doing this on purpose so we can do outtakes. I'm just seeing how many times you'll correct me. She'll keep going.
Oh my gosh.
She'll keep going. Is there something I can pray for? Is there something for you that I can pray for? And once again, kind of requires a vulnerable answer, something that they're going through currently. It shows that you care, gives you an opportunity to invest in their life.
If you really want to take it to the next level, you pray for them right there on the spot.
Absolutely. All right, guys. So that's pretty much it. I mean, not that we have friends, but if we did.
This is what we would ask them.
If we had friends, these are the questions we would ask them. We got to go.
And to our friends out there that do watch our channel, we know that we have you guys.
Yeah, all three of you. You're our friends. You really are.
Okay, that was Nate and Sutton sowing seeds of truth, love, and inspiration, one view at a time.
And that was, we haven't created the title of this video yet, but it's going to be so good that you might call it clickbait.